All right, we got this brand new wireless headset right here from Turtle Beach. It's the Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max. It's a flagship product in its series, and it's designed specifically for use on Xbox consoles. But it uses a switching wireless USB receiver that lets it work on pretty much anything with a USB port. And that includes PS5, Nintendo Switch, PC, and the Mac. So we've got massive multi-platform compatibility right there, and I love seeing that. As far as what you get inside the box, we got the headset sitting on top right there when you open it up. All the paperwork comes packed up in a little cardboard sleeve. This has your warranty card, a nice little Turtle Beach sticker for your console or wherever else you like to put stickers. There's your quick start guide in here to help you get through the setup process. And then this short little USB to USB-C cable is what you're going to use to charge the headset right there. And then we got the USB receiver here. And this is the switch on top that lets you select Xbox or USB mode for connection to all sorts of other devices. Now I got the cobalt blue version here, but you can also get it in traditional black. But I gotta say, I absolutely love the way this one looks. That dark blue with the gold, or I don't know, maybe that's copper accents. This thing looks awesome. It's such a nice, refreshing change compared to the usual black and white stuff that you get with pretty much every gaming peripheral that's out there. So that's really nice to see. And I don't know, in my opinion, this is one of the best looking wireless headsets out there on the market. Now let's get this thing on the scale and see what we're dealing with in terms of weight, because it feels pretty heavy in my hands. Looks like we're coming in around 380 grams, so it's pretty safe to say this thing's not going to be winning any awards for ultra lightweight design. I'm guessing a lot of that weight comes from the battery because it's supposed to be able to power these things for up to 40 hours, which is actually pretty good. So that's a little bit of a trade-off there with wireless devices. Big batteries mean more weight, but also good battery life. The build quality is actually a little bit weird for me. It's a nice plastic design all the way around. It's got some metal in here in the headband arch, but there's something weird about it where it feels a little bit thin or almost like a hollow feeling if I tap on it. I don't know if you can, probably hard to tell with me just tapping on it in the video, but it feels a little bit different than I was expecting out of the box. And I thought I was crazy for a little while, so I kind of put it down for a second and took out these Turtle Beach Recon 500s that I reviewed a little while ago, because I remembered them feeling quite a bit different compared to this one. And I was right, this one feels like just more kind of solid. I don't know if you can tell with me tapping on it in the video, but it might just be the way it's designed and the way the hinges work or something like that. But for whatever reason, this one kind of doesn't give me the same premium feeling around the hinges here. To be fair, I don't think it's like a bad build. It's just not as high end as I was expecting on a headset in this class. I don't think if I knock it off my desk, it's gonna like break into a million pieces or anything like that. It's just kind of something that I noticed that was a little different than my expectation. So like I said, the headband extension is thankfully like a nice metal material, and it's got this brushed, I want to call it aluminum, but it's got that copper color finish, and it looks awesome, at least on this cobalt blue pair. There's no markings to see kind of where you have your length set on either side, so you know that kind of helps with lining it up on certain headsets that do have that. So you don't get any of that here. But one good thing that it's got going for it is it clicks into place like really firmly. So once you set it where you want it, I don't think you're going to have any trouble with it accidentally moving if you bump it or like press it on your head a certain way or anything like that. For comfort here, we have enough rotation to be able to lay flat, and there's also some back and forth tilting movement on the ear cups as well, and that helps get things in a position on all different head shapes and sizes. Ear cushions are amazing, one of the best I've used actually. There's a little pleather on there around the outside edge, but the contact surface and the inside edges are all cloth. The best part is the softness of these things. They're so soft and squishy, it's amazing. It's like a memory foam pillow for your ears. It's really good, and they fit around my ears nicely too, without any noticeable pressure points. Speaking of pressure points, the clamping force on these things is insane. It's a lot of pressure on the sides of your head. I don't know, maybe I have a humongous head or something like that. You know, maybe you tell me in the comments. But for whatever reason, it's just excessive as far as I'm concerned. It's way too much pressure on the sides of my head for a long period of time. You don't notice it so much right away, but over a long period of time, you definitely do. And you can see it, like that's about as far as I can pull this apart without like feeling like it's gonna break. They're very stiff. I'm hoping they loosen up over time, but as of right now, I haven't had them long enough to really be able to tell for sure. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're somebody that has a big head like me apparently, or if you're just like sensitive to pressure on either sides of your head when you're wearing a headset. All the controls are right here on the left ear cup, and the layout's pretty good. It's easy to find everything when you reach up there while you're gaming. We've got a volume controller, chat mixer, mode switch, power and Bluetooth buttons, and then there's a little LED down there that'll show you your connection status or blink when it's in Bluetooth pairing mode, and then there's the USB-C charging port down there as well. The microphone's this little stick boom that just flips out from the left ear cup, and then there's a little bit of pivot where you can move it kind of towards or away from your mouth, and I found that it helped me get it out of my field of view. And I really appreciate something like that because it drives me crazy when there's something in my field of view, like a microphone on a headset, for example. I find it really distracting. Flip it up to mute, and by the way, it plays a tone when you're switching between muted and live mode so that you get that little bit of an audio cue to let you know that you're actually switching between the two different modes. So now you're listening to the mic coming straight from the headset on the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max gaming headset. That's quite the name at this point in the video. I don't know if I can keep saying it properly. But anyways, I think it sounds pretty clear for what it is. For a wireless gaming headset, it's going to be good for chatting online, going to be good for smack talking, which is basically the primary use for a gaming headset, let's be honest. It does have that wireless headset mic kind of sound, if you know what I mean. I always find that there's a little bit of quality loss coming from this kind of mic just because of wireless bandwidth limitations. I can hear some of that in this mic, but it's not too bad. Actually, it's quite a bit better than some of the other wireless mics that I've heard that are out there, so that's a good thing. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the mic quality on this headset. I think it's going to be perfectly fine for what most people are going to be using it for. These things are using large diameter 50mm Nanoclear drivers with a frequency response of 20 to 22,000, which is actually just slightly higher than the usual 20 to 20,000 that you see on pretty much every headset out there. Sound quality right out of the box is really good with these. In fact, I'm gonna go as far as to say it's probably my favorite sounding wireless gaming headset right now. I could hear so much detail in game, it's crazy. I play a lot of Apex Legends, and I think it's safe to say, or at least I thought, I knew pretty much every sound that you could possibly hear in that game because I've played it so much. But I was wrong because I started hearing all sorts of different things with this headset that I didn't know made any sounds, like machine sounds when you get close to certain objects and stuff like that in the map. Didn't know they made any sounds, but turns out they do, and I was like kind of not playing the game and going around and listening to different things and trying to figure out where those sounds were coming from. So it really tells me that Turtle Beach tuned these things well for gaming. It really brings out those subtle sounds and brings the map to life. If you don't like how they sound right out of the box, you can mess around with the audio settings a little bit with the Turtle Beach Audio Hub app. You can get that on either Android or iOS. There's a few presets in there like signature sound, bass boost, bass and treble boost, vocal boost, and also that Turtle Beach Superhuman Hearing where it boosts the crap out of the high end to try and let you hear footsteps and stuff. I think it completely destroys the audio from the game, and I don't like how it sounds, so I don't use that one. But anyways, for me, that Turtle Beach signature sound, the way they sound right out of the box, that stock Turtle Beach sort of audio signature that you get with their products, it sounds the best. You leave it on there and you're gonna get a good audio experience. You're gonna hear all those nice little details that I was talking about before. That's all with that signature sound setting. So you don't really need to rely on the app in my opinion, but it's there if you wanna jump in. So with all that stuff said, is this headset gonna be worth its asking price? I think the audio quality is among the best you can get from a wireless gaming headset right now, at least out of the stuff that I've tried and tested. Plus it gives you that awesome multi-platform support and compatibility. It lets you basically take this headset and use it on like any device with a USB port. It's crazy, and that's an awesome feature, and it's a pretty big deal. But other than that, I don't really see anything groundbreaking or game-changing here. In fact, the build quality is pretty standard. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not as premium as I was hoping for from a headset in this class. So to make these worth it for you, you have to really appreciate good quality audio. If you appreciate good quality audio and you want to go wireless, then this gaming headset is probably one of the best you're going to find right now in terms of just delivering that really good, clean audio that you're looking for. This Turtle Beach signature sound right out of the box, it's warm, it's rich, it sounds good for everything, not just gaming. Whether you're listening to music, watching movies, you're browsing around YouTube, watching videos and stuff, it just delivers a good audio experience all the way around. And I think that's the important thing to keep in mind here. Purchasing links, full specs, details, features, all that stuff, I'm going to list it down below for you in the description of this video, so check it out if you're interested, and leave a comment down below and tell us what you think about this Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max. Is it going to be worth it? Are you going to be picking one up? Let us know what you think. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see ya.